What is up, Maple Boomers? Zach here. Been a minute, but I wanted to do a quick little check-in here. You might notice something a little different about my character here. And let's just say it's not the android. Here, you know what? I'll give you a little hint. There you go. There you go. What do we see here? Yeah, look at that. And what do we see here? Look at that. So we did get Master Rank in Challenger World. To do that, we cleared... Well, first we cleared normal Saren solo, which wasn't too bad. And then I just cleared hard Black Mage for the first time on my account solo. I've cleared it in parties before, but I've never done it solo, even on my main, which is... that's a crime. I need to do it on my main still. So this video will serve as a bossing breakdown for the Black Mage. I'm on rental still, so I can kind of show you real quick before I go in, and you'll see the stats and everything on the video. My stats are way higher than what you need to minimum clear this, but I told you guys I never wanted to do a minimum clear. I wanted it to be like reasonable, like maybe like 30 minutes at most, or roughly 30 minutes, and that's what I did. So, real quick, if you guys really like, or if you're liking the content, you want me to keep doing this stuff, subscribing really helps me out. I'm really want to hit 500 subs. I'll put a little picture up of what we got right now, but I think we're like at 420 or something. So I'd love to hit 500 at some point. So if you like what I do, you want to keep me doing it, feel free to sub. So again, this will be a Black Mage boss breakdown. Here's my gear off of on rental. Off rental, I'm about 115 CP, or I was. So we'll ignore all the rental gear. Still, not much has changed with the gear I've had. If you've seen my previous videos, 18-star Superior Golux with 2-line, 17-star Endless Terror with 2-line, 18-star Slime Ring with the Dawn set, which I probably actually should swap it back, but 2-line, free Ring of Restraint, Cup with nothing crazy. The source is actually kind of nice. It's 3-line, fake 3-line with 18 stars. The weapon is, this is going to be where I gap a couple people, or, you know, a good amount of people. I have 3-line. It's not perfect 3-line, but it's really good. A really good flame as well. So that's where I'm a little bit luckier than a lot of people. 2 prime on my secondary, and then emblem is 2-line as well. I did get, so what allowed me, this didn't allow me to clear Black Mage, but what helped was I got a Black Heart the morning I started attempting to clear Black Mage. So I said, screw it, I'm going to do this, I'm going all in. Bought the rental, applied the Black Heart, so this boosted me like 13 mil CP on top of that. Sea Vellum badge for 5% boss damage. 17-star shoulder, 2-line. 21 CRA pants, 2-line. 19-star top with... The invincible for plus 2 seconds after taking damage is low-key kind of nice. So I got really lucky where, you know, I got a 2-line on that, like fake, you know, it's 15%. But the 2-line, or the 2 seconds after taking damage actually kind of helped a lot, I think, in that fight. That's just me. 21 helmet with 2-line as well. I just got this cape from Black Mage, so 16 stars, 2-line, decent flame. I'm still only 1-line crit damage glove with 17 stars as well, decent flame. Boots, 17, 2-line, nothing crazy. So that's the gear. And I'm on rental with the totems as well. I invested into Soul Janus to get it to 10. So if you didn't do that, and you've been grinding it a little bit, you know, an okay amount, you're probably a little bit stronger than I am in Hexa. I do have Hexa stat 3 all done, or 1, 2, and 3. So maybe, you know, this is what I had, this is what I cleared on. You could do it with about this level. Nothing crazy here. This really prevented me from getting stronger for a couple weeks. So that's the gear. I'll have commentary over the Black Mage fight itself. It's a long one. What I will say is it's doable. Like, what I learned from this fight is it's doable. Like, for anybody, if you get like to 100 mil off of rental, which seems like a lot, but in Challenger World, it's not. It's like, once you get your Genesis weapon, which a lot of people are getting them, like the people who took it slower, a lot of them are getting their liberations done like this week and next week, and right now it's January 17th. So by the end of January, a lot of people are getting their Jenny weapons. Once you get that, that's going to push you like 15 mil minimum. If you get a really good flame, really good, potentially you'll get maybe 20, 22 mil. Get 100 mil off rental. start doing your practice runs if that's something you want to complete. If you want to complete Black Mage solo, if you want to push for master or higher, that's what I learned. It's definitely doable. Like you've seen, we saw Kobe do it. It was like he was 40 mil, or no, he was 60 mil off rental, 80 or 90 mil on rental, and he cleared it. It was like a 50-minute long fight with low hexa. It is possible. That's not my jam though. I cleared it in about 30. I think it was like 32 minutes. So again, if you want to learn each phase, I'll break it down. I'll speed it up a little bit, or I'll cut parts out that's just like me standing still DPSing. I'll talk about the stuff that's important for you. This video is not going to be the best source of a guide for it. There's obviously, I always refer to Rath GMS. Every boss you're trying to clear and push, I always recommend you use multiple sources to learn. I always look for each phase breakdowns, like visual guides, and then actually practicing yourself. So take that with a grain of salt. We'll get to the video. Thanks so much for watching. And then also look for a normal Saren video coming out soon as well. Okay. All right, so we're going to go right into it. I'm not really going to show the buffs and all that stuff. If you want to look at them at the top right, the only thing that I had that was a buff that you guys might not have is this was filmed on the double miracle time for accessories. So I waited for somebody to get the buff in Hensies, and then I got the plus 30 attack wrapper. So phase 1, this is what we're doing. What you didn't see is like 10, or not 10, maybe like 3 or 4 attempts before this where phase 1 failed, and I didn't get them both snared, and I just left and rejoined really quickly. So that's why some of my buff timers are like less than maximum. If you're looking to start soloing Black Mage, a good gauge of knowing if you're strong enough, like if you'll have an easy time, is how quickly you can get phase 1 done. So basically, if you watched what I did, I floated up immediately, waited till one of them attacked, I framed, see if they both landed on top of each other, snared them, and they did my full burst. If I kill them both, I continue to fight. So that's where we're in phase 2. So basically, I'm not going to talk anymore about phase 1. Look it up on your own if you'd like. If that's the strat I used, or you can just rewind it and, you know, basically I'm just trying to stack them and stun them. Phase 2 is where the real fight begins. So one thing to note, and one prerequisite I would recommend you guys have for Black Mage, is having your Holy Fountain. Is that what it's called? Let me double check here. Yeah, the Decent Holy Fountain. It's a 5th job skill. Have that as high level as you can, because that thing saved my fight a lot here. My strategy is I'm taking Black Curse a lot for the bonus damage to try and speed this phase up as fast as possible. So what I mean by that is the only attacks I'm allowing myself to get hit by and not caring about is the black chains coming down from the top of the screen, like that. So those chains I'm tanking as long as my Holy Fountain is up. I'm summoning it, I'm standing on top of it, and I'm pressing up when I get low. Because when you have Black Curse, you can't heal. So you need Holy Fountain if you're going to take that route. There are ways you could just dodge everything, dodge any kind of attack, and continue your fight. I wanted to take it a little bit faster, so I said, I could just stand in these, I can take that. But then also, you have to get used to kind of not seeing the chains anymore, and then looking for every other attack. So the balls here, same thing, they apply Black Curse. I will tank those, but they DPS you really quickly, so I have to really watch out. These floor spikes are deadly. You have to get very good at dodging them. And on Ren, your TP is your best friend. I'm basically just watching for the first ones to spawn, and then I'm making sure I can get there after they pop up. Like, I'll just stand on top of one that has yet to pop up and make sure you clear that, because those will apply White Curse. And with the method I'm taking for phase 2, I'm usually in Black Curse a lot of times, so you can't take any other attacks. Now, one thing that's tricky with this fight is the full map attack. If you get lucky, he does it in the middle. You can DPS him more. But if you go to the sides, like right here, I get lucky. I don't have burst up, fortunately, but I do get some extra DPS time here because he did it in the middle. Unfortunately, is an eyeball is on top of me, DPSing me for a little bit of that. So I summoned my fountain just to make sure I didn't die. Other than that, it's pretty much rinse and repeat. There's nothing else too crazy that we haven't seen yet. Again, I'm taking the chains. I'm paying a special notice to those ground spikes, and I really want to avoid those. One recurring attack that will be in every phase, well, phase 2 and 3, is this attack here with the balls flying down, and when those purple meteorites that just came down too. This part is where I very liberally and I would recommend you do the same, is I am always saving iframe for that. Once you get to a point where you can not worry about using your iframe until those attacks, you're golden. Because those attacks are usually about the same time, and it's very difficult to dodge both. I'll usually hug the right corner, as you saw, and then I'm iframing when the balls are getting close and when the ground crawlers are getting close. I'm just iframing, getting to where Black Mage is, and then I'm not worrying about it. After I do that, I'm kind of resetting myself and worrying about the next attacks. So that's my recommendation for Phase 2, is save your iframe for the meteors and the balls flying from the sky. Everything else, it's going to take a while of you fighting Black Mage to get used to it, but I'm tanking the chains, tanking the balls, having Holy Fountain to do that, and then watching out for the ground spikes. So we're going to enter Phase 3 here. It was only a couple bursts. It's really not that bad of a fight, or a phase rather. Phase 3, I said Phase 2 is where the real fight begins. Phase 3 is like the actual Black Mage. This is where you'll spend a lot of the time, and where most of your runs will die. Phase 3 is insane. You'll see it's like bullet hell, and it's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of things I'm going to talk about real quick before I even talk about what I'm doing. So the ground crawlers happen immediately when you come in. Like I said, if you need an iframe, do it. But I would say try and get to a corner and just see if you can save it. I'm generally trying to save iframes or my ascents for the attack I called out before, where the balls fall from the sky and the ground crawlers are coming at the same time, or for the tests, if you will, the full map attacks. Those are they're really not that bad. After you get a lot of time in Phase 3, you'll understand what it's like. I'll break it down when we get to it. So general strategy here. If you haven't done this phase before, do your research. There's a lot to consider. The things I'm looking out for, I'm not trying to take any attacks. I'm staying inside the Magnus bubble. You can't hurt him unless you're inside the bubble. And every time he does a kick, so within every few seconds, I'm weaving in a crouch to avoid getting hit by him. If you take a hit by him, by Black Mage himself, he'll knock you back and apply White Curse. Then if you take any laser or pretty much any other ball attack that's like just ambient attacks, that applies Black Curse, usually taking away a life or two in the process. So I just lost a life right there. I'm just trying to reset myself here. So what my general strategy is, again, I took 2 more lives there, or I took 1 more life there because I took a laser and he kicked me in a very short window. So right now I'm just starting my burst. I just apply my Genesis iframe because I was about to get hit, and I'm just going into a burst. Burst timings, usually it's safest to do it after the full map attacks. That's when people recommend to do it. But really, whenever you're comfortable, whenever you're able to do it, that works too. But I mean, generally that's what people say online. I would probably do the same if you can. Every time you're bursting, it's very important. That's why I'm recommending a lot of people wait for Genesis weapons for this fight. The Genesis weapon 10-second iframe guarantees your burst fully goes off in this fight. Also, I don't know why I didn't die there. I took the damage, but I didn't die. So every time I'm doing my burst, I'm popping Genesis iframe. I'm safe for 10 seconds to get my full burst off. Otherwise, I've learned from doing this fight on Phase 3, you are not safe during your burst. And you are standing still as Ren, you're going to lose lives. So I think it's pretty critical that you have an iframe of some sort. Again, Genesis iframe, because everybody has access to that once you get your liberation done. And you pop that at the beginning of your burst. One small pro tip here, if you're a Ren, and I would recommend timing how long it takes to do your burst. If you're not completing your full burst without Origin in about 8 seconds, you're not sequencing properly. You're not holding your keys properly, and your burst is not optimal. So just check yourself on that. So back to the Phase 3 here. Again, I'm dodging everything. All lasers, everything coming down, and I'm crouching every couple of seconds. Generally, so I just did an ascent to dodge the ground crawlers, and I'm gonna taper off the ascent to get an iframe here in case I need it. There you go. I wasn't sure if I would die when I hit the ground there, so I used my last charge of that. I still got 2 more ascents left. Generally, he does about 3 to 4 raw kicks, and then he does like a suck-in attack, and then he does another kick. So I'm just DPSing, I'm standing still here. I'm bursting again, because I had it up. I'm I have iframe on right now for 10 seconds, so I don't even care what's going on the screen. Just bursting. I bailed early because iframe is ending, and I see the ground crawlers and the orbs falling, so I said, screw this. I'm going to go all the way to the left to get safe. I timed that roughly when my iframe was ending there. I have a lot of iframes available right now. I have my normal cooldown iframe and 2 ascents. So right now I'm going back to just DPSing. I'm standing next to him, right corner. That's where you want to keep him. Popping my 2 skills off of cooldown, the orb and the purple skill. Crouching, here you go. DPSing again. Watching out for the orbs, just adjusting. And I'm getting away. I'm going back to the orb, just holding attack. He's going to attack, so I crouch. Resetting, here comes the ground crawlers, so now I'm just kind of looking for unfortunate timing. So I iframe here. It was ground crawlers and the full map attack. So I was trying to stay vigilant. I knew one of them was coming soon, so I saved my regular 1 minute cooldown iframe. Didn't have to ascend there. So far things are going pretty good. He's 33% now. I took a laser, so now if I get kicked, I will lose alive. I'm good. It cleared. So I'm just DPSing, crouching. DPSing, watching for his kick, and crouch. Orbs are falling. I'm just waiting to teleport. Teleport next to it. Now here comes the ground crawlers. I'm waiting. I'm probably going to iframe here. I think I ascent iframe here. Oh no, I jump high and I flutter over it. That's good. That's a really good use there too. But if it gets hairy, just ascent. You got 3 ascents. Use them liberally. DPSing. Now that orb is the smallest. Crouch. Holding attack. Just DPSing here. Crouch. Okay, this is the second attack. There's a kick at the end. Just kind of chilling. This is scary. I got hit by... So, he kicked me first. Oh, out of the way, the laser there. That's why I did not take alive. Right here, I ignore the test. I pop my Genesis iframe as soon as the test began. Start my burst right away. I swear, this boss, once he gets to like below 25% HP, his HP scaling goes up for some reason. It feels like he takes way less damage under 25%. That might just be me, though. So now it's just rinsing and repeating. I feel like the attacks get a little more frequent now that he's lower. I'm definitely taking a laser there, so I iframe. But I'm just hugging him. Not even moving, just crouching in place. Hugging. Here comes the ground crawlers. I jump really high. I flutter away. I take a lot of damage there. That one would have been good to just ascent. That was really scary, so I would have just recommend that I ascent in place on Black Mage. And then just like taper it off so I can get the full use out of it. But that's okay. Dying here is not that bad. I had 9 lives right there when I died. And I wait the timer out so that I'm closer to my burst. So if you do die at all during this phase, just wait your timers out. Because you want to be as close to your burst as possible. Any less active time, any less time you have that you need to run around and like be dodging stuff is better for you, better for the mental, higher chance you're going to clear the boss. So here we got a test. I was pretty sure I was still invulnerable from the respawning, but I still popped the ascent just in case. He's coming a little far left, so I'm trying to get him back to the right side. I'm DPSing a little bit. There's no lasers. I'm going to take a laser here. I'm still in Black Curse, so I'm good. I can take another laser. I'm safe. A kick would have lost me alive there. I'm kind of just baiting him. I'm staying outside the range of his kicks a little bit to just kite him a little bit to the right. Here comes the orbs falling down, so I just dodge that. I got plenty of the room on the right. Here comes the ground crawlers. I have iframe up. I'm probably going to just jump over it. Oh no, I just iframe there. Still got 1 ascent. Burst is coming back up, so I'm looking for the opportunity. Here goes the iframe. Here comes the burst. And I have origin here. It might be enough to phase it. It's close, but not yet. Alright, so you've seen the loop now of what the fight looks like. Again, the general flow. Some people will take Black Curse. They'll take the lasers on purpose to be in higher DPM. I don't like doing that because every now and then I'll take a random kick and I'll lose a life for having Black Curse on me. So I try and dodge everything. Just lost a life there, by the way. So that's the general flow. Is I'm just trying to dodge as much as I can. I don't like the lasers, so I'm always trying to get away from them. If I have a good pattern, I'll just stay in place and DPS and crouch, like you see I do for a lot of the fight. Crouching, DPSing right here. Lasers are starting to come in, so I'm kind of just staying aware of that. Keep them in the right corner so you can react to things and jump over them if you need to. And it's a pretty long, arduous 15 minutes. It feels like. So this, again, phase 3 is where you're going to be spending the most time in practicing. Honestly, watch this portion as much as you need to. Dodge everything you can. Dodge. Make sure you get the timing down for your class. If you're not Ren, you can only do like 2 or 3 attacks, and then you have to crouch. And you're okay to just hug him, but you just have to be ready to react and not get kicked and take lasers. And then it's the full map attacks you gotta deal with, and then the ground crawlers and the meteors. So it's a lot of the same stuff you've seen. There's always like a full map attack or a test. Save your iframes. I got lucky there that the platform didn't allow for that orb to fall down and kill me. And we're gonna get ready to into phase 4 now. There's not a lot to say about phase 4, honestly. I'll break it down then when we get there. I'm kind of pitched in the corner here. Ground crawlers coming. Lasers. Yeah, lasers were out. Just unfortunate. Like, there was a lot around me. I didn't have Ascent. I didn't have iframe up. I think I did have burst for that, but I'm not going to pop it there. Being a little greedy, I was going to be like, oh, maybe I could just hold my burst, but I just want to get out of phase 3. I've been in phase 3 so many times without making it to phase 4. This is my second time making it, or no, third time making it to phase 4 ever. So I was pretty hyped about that to get there with 5 lives. So, phase 4, the only thing to really say here is I tried running it with healing fams. It doesn't make much of a difference, so just have your DPS fams on the whole time. Again, we're going to rely on the Holy Fountain, the decent Holy Fountain strat, where we play with trying to dodge as much, because we're going to stay in Black Curse, we're going to try and dodge as much white explosions as we can, and any long strings of white attacks you want to look out for. Otherwise, you take all the black attacks and absorb them. The full map attack here, you're just looking for a black puddle on the top or the bottom of the screen. Stand on top of that. And again, when I came into phase 4, I did not have Holy Fountain up, so I was a little cautious. I have Holy Fountain now, so I'm a little more loose with it because I have 5 lives still. Again, you're really looking for the explosions are the big one, and then I'll try and call out when I see a big white string of white attacks where you just kind of want to kite it back. But right now, I'm just holding attack. I'm a little nervous, but I have... Here you go. This is a test. We're just kind of chilling, taking some white attacks here. I'm standing on top of Holy Fountain, holding attack. That's going to be a lot of this fight here, just standing still. All right, those right there. That attack he's doing right now where all those white orbs are coming towards me, that's deadly. If you stand still, you will die. So you kind of kite it by either walking backwards or jumping a little bit. Ren is really good because you can just teleport past Black Mage. You do the front teleport and back teleport. And I'm trying to get towards the Holy Fountain. I see it's about to expire. I walked over trying to get one more heal, but it went away. Here's the test. Burst is about to be up. So I'm just kind of staying to the right, watching the orbs. This is a bad... I see a lot of orbs coming my way. I'm like, I'm going to iframe. I had a lot of white balls coming towards me at once. So iframe right now for Origin. Or not Origin, for Burst. I iframe early. Get the burst going. Slowly DPS him down. And we're just going to rinse and repeat that. So again, we're starting the fight in Black Curse. Just look at the aura around your character. And get in Black Curse as soon as possible. Just gives you more final damage. And we're going to absorb the black balls. Man, it feels good to kill this boss. It's very rewarding to learn this fight. I will say that. Phase 3 is the only difficult part. Okay, it's not the only difficult part. Each phase has its like intricacies, but as you complete each phase, it feels better and better because once you can consistently learn how to manipulate the guys in phase 1, get to phase 2 every time. Then once you can consistently get out of phase 2, it feels really good to see phase 3. And then once you can get out of phase 2 with maximum lives, it feels so good. And then getting past phase 3 just felt, for the first time, when I got past phase 3 the first time, I was dizzy. In phase 4, I literally felt like I was experiencing vertigo because I was like, it was a mixture of adrenaline and just like being scared. And I made it my first time getting to phase 3. I got him down to 6%, 6% with 3 lives, and I died out at 6%. Just a quick little aside there. This fight is very cool. Black Mage is a very, very cool and very well designed fight. So you see, I'm dead here. I basically, same rule applies where if I'm dead, I'm just going to stay dead and let my timers run so I can get closer to my burst. But the same game plan applies. I'm staying near my fountain at all times, trying to make sure I'm not taking any giant clusters of white balls. I'm feeling the safest on top of my healing fountain there. My burst is about to be up. Every time I start my burst, I'm starting my burst by hitting iframe, which is my Genesis cooldown. It's on my M key, if you see that. So that means I'm safe for 10 seconds. So I'm bursting here. I have Origin, so this should do a good chunk. Here's the Origin. And at this point in my mental, I'm like, I think this is a guaranteed clear. Because I don't think I'll die 4 times in like 2 more bursts. So I'm feeling pretty good right now. Again, just DPMing, using my skills off of cooldown. Only really watching for the white explosions. When I see clusters of white balls, I'll tank them. I'll take 1 or 2, and then I'll try and get to my healing fountain. That's a black explosion on top of me, so I'm good there. We're pretty safe. I'm just kind of staying far away to be a little cautious. As much time to stall is good. It's good to stall in this portion, so you can get closer to your burst. Here's the test. I throw my orb there just to be, DPMing. No clusters of white balls coming yet. There's a couple here and a white explosion on top of me. I'm a little scared here. I don't know how I didn't die, honestly. Get back to my fountain. My fountain's about to run out. So I got 13 seconds to live. Or really to just fight without my fountain on top of me. So here, he's getting really far to the right side, so I'm going to try and get back to the left. Force him to kite a little bit. I'm jumping because I see a cluster of white balls coming towards me for that test. We're just DPMing, nothing crazy. 20 seconds till burst. You see the strategy is simple. I'm just keeping away from him, looking for white explosions specifically, and avoiding those. I'm looking for clusters of white balls. Nothing's coming yet. There's a couple coming right here. I'm scared. I'm going to iframe probably. Oh, no. Okay, you just walk it back. Here's a test. Oh, I did. I ended up iframing there. And we're going to burst here. So I start with my iframe in just a moment here. Oh, I didn't even use it. Okay, now I used it. See, I used it late and I almost died. You want to make sure you're popping. If you have your Genesis weapon, pop the iframe first and then burst, because you will just tank. You'll take hits randomly. You'll just take a lot of damage and die during your burst, which is very bad. Don't do that. So burst is down. Maybe one or 2 more bursts will do it. A lot of damage there. There was a lot of balls, so I hopped left for that test. I teleported the Holy Fountain before it ran away, or before it disappeared, and I got like 1 last heal. I'm pretty low here, a little scared. I'm actually mashing my heal button, and I finally got it. I was mashing like my potion button to see if I could heal, because you can heal with potions every, I think it's 10 seconds in this fight. There's a cluster of white balls. I slowly kite it to the right. It's a black explosion. We're good. We're chilling. Test here. We're good. We got 1 minute left before burst. So again, I'm just kind of... I'm barely looking at Black Mage. I'm just making sure I'm facing Black Mage, and I'm just looking at the balls that are coming towards me. That's where my vision's at. I'm looking mostly at my character here. Because you want to see explosions that are happening near you, and if you need to move and react to them. I have iframe up. Again, he kind of came a little too far to the right for my liking, so I'm going far left. There's a white explosion. A bunch of balls were coming towards me, so I iframed just to be safe. 20 seconds till burst. Get to the other side. You don't need to keep him towards one side or the other. I don't think there's a preferred side, but I just, when he gets too close to one side, I just go to the other. My fountain's about to come up. I'm always looking for that fountain cooldown. I didn't call that out a lot during these phases, but I'm always looking for the cooldown for my fountain and how much time it has left, so I can be aware of how safe I am. Nothing crazy here. Test. A lot of white balls coming. I'm greeting though, because I knew I had my iframe up, so I actually walked towards him into the balls, then popped my iframe, and then I'm bursting afterwards. So he's not dead. 1 more burst will do it. If not, DPMing will work. We'll finish it off here. I still have 4 lives. In my mind, I'm so excited because I know this is basically a guaranteed kill now. I could die, wait at the timer for my remaining 4 lives, and then have burst up again, and I'll be able to kill him. So I am psyched. I am so excited. So yeah, nothing really else crazy here. This is a huge milestone achievement for my account. I've never thought I'd be able to do Black Mage solo. Like, really, honestly, until I started progressing in Challenger World, and I was like, actually, I think I could do a lot harder bosses than I think I could do. For reference, I've never killed any boss past... I've never participated in any boss past Hard Saren, difficulty-wise. and my main is 285 with like 200 mil CP off of no fams. So I definitely can do a lot harder bosses than I think I can, and doing the Black Mage made me realize that. Sorry about that. And yeah, you guys definitely can too. We all started Challenger World at the same time. I haven't been doing anything crazy. Like, I haven't been grinding a ton. I grinded a lot in the beginning. I'm 282 now. There's people who are 290 in Challenger World, so like I'm not even like the strongest player. So a lot of you guys can do this. Black Mage, I will say again, it's a very difficult fight. So there will definitely be people who, if you try it and it's like way too difficult for your liking, try again in like maybe like once a month after you get some upgrades. See how it goes. See what phase you can get to. Learn the fight a little bit passively if you so desire.
Is this it?
And that's it.
It's it. Hey.
So I'll leave the audio
dude.
in. I was in Discord with
Hell
my buddy.
Yeah.
So we kind of both popped off a little bit here.
Third tries the charm. Got it.
My mic is muted though, but yeah, I was so excited.
Congratulations, dude.
So let's see what I get from the box.
Holy shit. Hell yeah.
I don't even have max drop rate either.
Yeah, I can tell. Yeah.
I think I still need a better fam to get max drop rate.
Man.
But yeah, thank you guys for joining me on this journey.
All right, you got 4 minutes to bathe in it, and then get the loot. Luck. Skip that Genesis badge. Genesis badge.
Nah, no badge.
Oh.
2 boxes though, and a Black Mage beer.
That's something. Oh boy.
All right. At this point, I'm going to mute the audio on the video. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. This is a very long video, but I wanted you to see the Vren POV. I don't even think I showed my gear yet, so I'll show real quick. My combat power on rental was about 160 mil with fams. 166, which is again this is overkill. Black Mage is definitely killable with way less than this. So if you have any questions, if I helped you out, feel free to put in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. I'm not gonna let this play out because I already showed you all my gear earlier. But yeah, good luck guys, and yeah, I'll talk to you soon.